let's talk about what your cost is to drive. Now, this was a person that sent us an email and interesting take using AI to try to figure out your costs. So I'm just going to break down what's on here first, and then we'll talk about whether you should do something like this or not. So it says, hi, I hear people talk about knowing what it costs to be profitable and what person suggested using AI. So I put the info into Google, and the Google AI came back with this. I have a 25 Kia Soul, not turbo, or EV or hybrid, and payments are $700 a month with a loan and $350 insurance and about 500 miles a month and $2.39 a gallon of gas in my area. Does it look right? It seems too easy. I'd love to get your feedback. And so it says with AI, it says it costs approximately $46.72 per day to operate your car based on the provided expenses. Calculate your monthly fuel costs, sum total monthly expenses, determine daily operating cost, and your answer of that. So, okay, you could do that. But one of the problems is, first off, why did you get a 25 Kia Soul?
Yeah.
Why? For rideshare. Why?
How much was the monthly payment?
$700 a month. That's insane.
Fuck.
No.
Bro, you should have gotten a Tesla. Oh.
Yeah. Or something. And then you're paying $350 for insurance.
Oh, gosh.
Damn. Get something used, honestly, first off. Something used. I mean, what are you doing, like a 2-year loan or something on that? I don't know.
Isn't Kia like some sort of little matchbox, kind of a little car?
And then you're doing 500 miles a month. I'm assuming it's supposed to be 5,000 miles a month, because it looks like 5,000 on the screenshot. But
let me look how the Kia Soul is, bro. Is this like a big
car
or something?
Yeah, it's just like a little car, a little thing. Kia Soul.
Okay, Kia Soul 2025, starting at 21,000. How's the fucking payment $770? Car is $21,000.
Doing a 3-year loan?
Huh?
I'm assuming a 3-year loan.
No, it doesn't make sense. The whole car is $21,000. Brand new.
I mean, I'm assuming it would probably be a 3-year loan.
Well, if it's a 3-year loan, then his
it would probably be
20%. His interest rate is 25%, probably.
Let's see.
It has to be. It doesn't make sense. 770 doesn't make sense. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Let's see. A $21,000 car loan over 3 years typically results in payments between.
It'll be like $400 if you have like 6% to 7% auto loan on it.
Yeah, so there you go. 21,000 over 3 years is 600 to 650. So I would assume, yeah, it's probably that.
20%, yeah, 20% interest rate. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
Either way, first off, that's crazy. Second of all, don't buy a new car unless you need it for something else. I understand that in that case, but it shouldn't be primarily for rideshare. If you're using it primarily for rideshare, get something that's used. You're going to save a lot more money doing that way. But here's a big thing: don't do it on east per day. Because are you going out literally every single day and driving? Because right there, that's the thing. It's telling you need to make $46.72 in order to pay, but that's every single day. Are you going out every single day and driving? I doubt it. If you're driving 5,000 miles, I don't know about that. But either way, what you should really be doing is focusing your costs per mile. You need to know your per mile cost.
Why?
You don't need to know your daily cost or your hourly cost or your monthly cost. You need to know what your per mile, because per mile is going to give you the most accurate picture.
Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guy. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past 1.5 years, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your account where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
Sergio's head is spinning right now.
You know, so one of the viewers said Sergio's soul, Sergio's soul left his body. It absolutely has. I'm like,
so.
And then this guy puts up, he bought 2025 Camry XSE for $40K for a rideshare. Why?
Okay, team. Your 25 Camry. What did you do? A 7-year loan?
Oh my!
Tell me the loan terms. I need to know the loan terms in order to figure it out.
Heart hurts.
But still, either way, when you are figuring out your costs, please do it in per mile. Everything when it comes to your car is per mile. Your oil changes per mile. How many miles you drive? 5,000 to 7,500 for an oil change. Tires calculated per mile. You're expected to get about 30 to 40, 50,000 miles depending on the tire. So do everything by the mile. When you do your fuel economy, you can figure it out by your loan. Yeah, see, there you go. 7 years. That's again, if you're doing it primarily for rideshare, I don't know what you're doing, getting new cars, but if you're doing it for something else, again, completely understand. But when it comes down to figuring out your costs, I know Sergio is just completely bewildered and baffled at that. But when it comes to figuring out your costs, please do it in a per mile basis. The easiest thing to do, where you don't, I mean, you could do AI, but the problem is it probably will spit it out to you like this in a daily cost. You could probably do it a per mile cost, but the easiest thing to do, Gig U profit calculator. Gary's got a calculator as well too, to figure out costs. Figure it out that way. You put in all the information it gives you in about 5 minutes. It tells you your exact mileage cost. Whether it's 35 cents a mile, whether it's 85 cents a mile, whether it's 42 cents a mile, whether it's $1.12 a mile, at least at that point, you're going to have an idea of what it looks like. Do it every couple of months though, because things can change, whether it's, especially if it comes to fuel or something like that. So things can change. So don't expect that what it is today is going to remain the same, because again, like I say, there are some changes when it comes down to it. Reality is, do it when it comes to, you're throwing me off, but do it when it comes to per mile. Don't look at it per day. You're not going out every single day and driving. Everything's going to be different. This way, when you're doing per mile, you actually have a much better cost when it comes down to how much you're going to be spending. And then you can estimate. You could say, yeah, okay, I know now my mileage is for everything is 50 cents a mile. Let's just say it's 50 cents a mile. So if I drive 5,000 miles driving in this month, I know it's $2,500 that I'm going to spend in my car. And this is to make sure everything's covered. So maintenance and all that crap is going to be taken into account. You're going to have that $2,500. Then anything on top of that is what you net. All right. So those are the types of things that you need to realize when it comes down to it. So if you have a 50 cents for your costs, and you're getting a ride that comes in that's paying you 52 cents, congratulations, you're paying yourself 2 cents a mile to drive. So that means you are not making profit. You're covering your costs, great, but you're not actually making money on top of that. You want to make money on top of that. So you need rides that are going to pay you double that. You want something that's paying you $1 a mile. So it all just comes down to that. But Sergio, go on. I want you.
Okay, I'm really
a little while.
Okay, I'm really speechless, and I am speechless. Look, I am not here to criticize people, okay? They do whatever they need to do. We're all adults. We make our bed, we sleep in it until we cannot sleep in it. Okay, here's a shameless plug. I have a saying on my website, financial freedom through financial literacy. You are not going to get there if you do this. That's all I can tell you. You're not going to get the financial freedom because it seems like you're financially illiterate instead of literate. I mean, somebody said that guy that does the Camry, does private trips, friends and family things. I get it. I get all that. But you can do that in a 5-year-old BMW that you could buy for $25,000 instead of a brand new Camry. All I'm saying to you is that you guys have to have some sort of common sense. Rideshare, what if you get deactivated tomorrow? You bought the car, a week later you get deactivated. You have zero control over that. Zero. Now what? I'm like, I don't know what to say. That I am honestly baffled. If you guys have been watching us for a while, you should know that you should never, ever, ever, never, ever buy a new car to do rideshare. Even if you buy a new car to do your private stuff, still I wouldn't buy a new car. Okay, to drive people around. Period. And I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Like some people said, Sergio's soul is leaving his body. Yeah, my soul is leaving my body. Yep. And so financial literacy is important, Chris.
Yep.
And one at a time, I guess. Okay, he has a BMW as well. Okay. Yeah, I get that. But even with that, the cost of it is less. You're talking $1,000 a month. Every month comes like this. And that's not your only cost. You have rent, you have hopefully own a house, you have mortgage, you have other shit. Life is expensive. You're just making your life more expensive. That's all there is to it. Dave Ramsey. Fuck Dave Ramsey. Okay, I like that. I really do like that. Unlike Dave Ramsey. That, I think, is the oil of the engine. Okay? However, if you put too much oil in the engine, what happens to that engine? Poof.
Dead.
And if you don't put enough oil in the engine, what happens to that engine? Poof.
Jeez.
So you need to understand how much oil you need in your system, because in this fucking country that we live in, when the government fucks you and gaslights you constantly saying, oh, life is cheap, inflation is 2%, and blah, 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 you need to make money. And how do you make money? You invest. You have to invest. So point is, Sergio, all I'm saying is understand this game and don't ever, ever, ever buy a new car to do rideshare. Ever.
100%. But the biggest thing is find your cost per mile. Go on either the.
I'm going to really kill myself now. I seriously want to kill myself later.
Figure it out, and that way you know if you're taking profitable rides or not. And same thing. If you're sitting in your car for 60 hours, that's your cost to driving, and whether that's something you want to do or not, that's up to you. But either way, know your costs. We've talked about this so much. And you got a $475 mortgage payment. Nice.
That's the same dude with the Camry for $1,000 a month. His house payment is half his car payment.
Something's wrong there.
I swear. I'm gonna shoot myself.
Something's wrong there if the car payment is double the house payment. Holy shit. All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.